I don't know whether you've actually tried using these newfangled telephone things that have recently come into the dead zone, which is where I am, and presumably you are too. Can you hear me, General Kitchener?
Yes,
Hello?
well, if you think it's dead there, you ought to see what it's like here.
Is it really dead there? It's strange. These things have recently come into my world, and I suppose they must have recently come into yours. They're all nice old-fangled things that you wind up in, not like the sort of things that are in Earth at the moment, which is a very strange place altogether. Because
yes,
well, you probably know I'm a not retired, dead. Obscure Brigadier General, and I did meet you in the Boer War. I remember meeting you from a train. Do you remember that by chance? Meeting Obscure Brigadier General from the British Army?
Well, you'll have to forgive me, but certain things have escaped me because we're very busy down here at the moment with this terrifying thing called COVID-19. Now, I know that sounds probably like an arm or like a missile, but it's not. It's something far more terrifying than a missile. Far more terrifying than a missile.
Would you say it's more terrifying than the Bosch, for example, or the Boers, which I remember? We fought against them, all those savages that came across with them.
Yes.
And we'd be shooting at them, lots of bangs and big bangs from guns and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I remember, of course, in the war, the great war, that clouds of gas used to come across. You see this yellow stuff floating across no man's land. Terrifying, really. But I understand about COVID-19 because we've been hearing about it too. Well, it doesn't actually affect us up here, but it is apparently on Earth, and apparently it's supposed to be terrifying. But I can't help thinking that if you think about the Bosch and those massive guns and the gases that used phosgene and chlorine and all those delightful things used to come across and breathe them in, I'd have thought that was a lot more terrifying than a little tiny thing you can't even see. What would you say about that?
Well, I can see why you would come to that conclusion, but it's absolutely terrifying. You're talking about those savages. Well, we're talking about being COVID secure. So it's COVID security that is the name of the game down here at the moment. COVID security. Do you hear me? Never mind those Boer savages. It's about COVID security.
You are actually still on Earth, even though, I met you in, I think it was 1898 off the train. Is that right?
That would be it. Yes, about 1898. Yes, I think it was. I think it was late May, if I may remember rightly. Late May. Yes, absolutely.
It was late May. Yes, when the Transvaal, when the train slowly puffed into the station, and I was there to meet you and greet you with a little group of fine British soldiers at the time.
But you need to see these. You need to see these. But you must hear me. You must hear me that we have these terrifying spherical spiky balls that could come at us at any moment at the moment. They're everywhere. This is why we're so concerned about our security right down here at the moment.
Forgive me, the line went a little bit bad there. You said you've got some spiky balls?
Spherical, yes, spherical, spiky balls. They're flying through the air. They could come from anywhere, at any moment, and yes, spherical, spiky.
Gas clouds used to come at any moment over no man's land through the fog, and you suddenly see this glowing yellow cloud coming towards you, and all the people around you would get totally terrified and run away. And then you had to shoot them as cowards, of course. And I remember shooting quite a few people as cowards.
Well,
but I'd be thinking, good Lord, I understand why they're running away, because that yellow cloud is a terrifying thing.
My apologies for interrupting you, my friend, but
Yes.
if you heard about these terrifying spherical, spiky balls that can just come from nowhere, sometimes they're virtually invisible. Do you know, it's so dangerous that we have to wear cloth surgical masks now down here, and it's so terrifying that we also have to wear transparent plastic visors over our faces at all times at the moment. How so great is the risk.
You don't simply just without a gas mask, for example.
No, so great and terrifying is the risk that we have to wear plastic transparent visors.
Well, I know a place where it actually is